peer review process. The peer review process, which is state mandated. And it came out as a result of when Arthur Andersen made a big mistake. What was it? Was it Enron? I think it was Enron. And so they pushed all these accounting and auditing standards down on the small, medium-sized firm, which had no applicability whatsoever. And they said, okay, Congress, under I think it was Representative Dingell, it was going to mandate that the government come in and audit all these auditors. All right. And so the profession said, no, we'll do it. So they set up state mandated peer review committees. And so now the peer review committees came in and looked at all the audits of the auditors. And as a result of the quality control documents that the accounting firm was required to have, it should have its own quality control standards, which is a book of more checklists. These are all the things you should do to make sure your audits are correct. Okay. So that actually, the result of that is a lot of accounting firms got out of accounting. They said, oh, we'll do compilations, the lowest grade of financial statements, but we will no longer do reviews, and we will no longer do audits, okay? Because they got nailed the first time in the early 1990s. You didn't do that right. You should have looked at that, that kind of stuff. Whereas before, the industry used to take care of it. If you were a bad auditor and you issued your opinion on a financial statement that wasn't accurate, you got sued and you were put out of business. You lost your license. That no longer prevails. So the peer review committees have gotten bigger and bigger, and so a lot of our last time we had a peer review, our peer review person told us that the number of firms doing audits and reviews is a fraction of what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago, a fraction. And so now all the audits are going to the bigger firms, which is what the peer review was designed for. It wasn't designed for the medium and small firms, but nevertheless. So it's had the opposite effect. So what we went to school for, to do accounting and auditing, we've been pushed out of, and so we're becoming tax practitioners, which we love too. Okay, can't say that we don't, but we do realize that we want to be accountants. That's what we want to do. And so I think that has had kind of like a negative effect.